What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris, and figured I'd talk about Wrestlemania a little bit. Things I liked about Wrestlemania were pretty much almost the entire show. This was kind of a weird pay-per-view. First time in a long time I've ordered a WWE pay-per-view and really liked almost everything on there. I really liked the Edge Alberto Del Rio match a lot. I do wish though that would have maybe been on a little different place on the card. It opened the it opened the WrestleMania. I didn't really care for that as much. But other than that, I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really great match. I do wish Alberto would have won. He didn't. But, you know, I'm sure with Extreme Rules coming around, you could probably get an I Quit match or something, and he'll hopefully win there. Next match on the card, I didn't really care for, though. It's probably one of the only low points of the night was you had Core versus Edge or Big Show, Kane, you know, a couple other guys, and Core lost. Whatever, it was kind of a throwaway match. Real quick though, where this match was, I much rather would have preferred the dark match to be there. And for anyone who doesn't know, Sheamus Daniel Bryan was the dark match of WrestleMania, which doesn't make any sense to me because they had been booking that match on Raw for the past couple weeks. So I don't know, and also from what I understand, they turned that match into a battle royal, and the Great Khali won. So I'm assuming that wasn't for the title, but since it was a dark match, but who knows. The next thing I really liked about WrestleMania was The Rock. He had a lot of really good backstage segments. He had a really funny moment with Mae Young in the back. He had a really great moment with him and Stone Cold. Actually had a face-to-face moment, which I really liked a lot. Really got the crowd. You could see they were reacting to it really great. And he had a kind of a hit-and-miss moment with Pee Wee Herman. It was sort of a knock at John Cena. It was his number one fan situation, but I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was passable. The next thing that happened at Mania was the Jerry Lawler Michael Cole match, which I did like. I liked that a lot. I thought it did what it needed to do. I thought Michael Cole was great in it. He came out in this sort of orange Kurt Angle wrestling gear, and he even had the Rick Steiner earmuffs on. And I really liked it. I thought it was good. The only thing I would say I didn't like about it was Stone Cold. I thought he sort of overshadowed the whole event. Should have been Jerry Lawler's WrestleMania moment. And funny enough, it actually ended up being Michael Cole's WrestleMania moment as Michael Cole was given the victory by the anonymous Raw GM. Next thing that happened at WrestleMania was this little match between these two young up-and-coming guys, Triple H, Undertaker, no holds barred. I thought this match was great. Was this match better than Undertaker HBK last 2 years? No. But I thought it was just as good, maybe a little bit lower than the first time Undertaker HBK met, but I thought this match was great. I really loved the story they told. Obviously, Undertaker went out on top, but I thought this was a great match. At the end, they sold that the Undertaker really gave everything he had. Hopefully, that was storyline, stuff. Hopefully, the Undertaker is doing okay, but he looked pretty out of it after the match. Also, I forgot, but I guess Randy Orton and CM Punk, they wrestled somewhere in between there. I didn't really care for the match. I mean, it was good wrestling psychology. CM Punk worked on the leg. The leg was the storyline. But I didn't like that Randy Orton won. I really wish that CM Punk would have gone over, maybe kept that storyline going, maybe given CM Punk a good push. I really think he deserves, and as a character, really needs that big WrestleMania win. I didn't really care for it that much, but I don't know, maybe you guys liked it. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing that happened after the Triple H Undertaker match was the 6-person mixed tag match, with Snooki and Trish Stratus, Lay Cool, all those guys. I really thought this match was good as well. Maybe I just have low standards going into WrestleMania because I know WrestleManias don't always deliver, but I was happy with this match. I don't know. I thought Trish and Michelle McCool actually had really good chemistry. They mostly did all the wrestling, and they did a really good job. It really showed just how great Trish Stratus is as a female wrestler. I mean, she really put on a good show there. And then Snooki, of course, had the big spot where she did the cartwheel backflip corner bump, and the crowd, popped pretty good for that because they didn't expect her to do it, and she got the pin over Michelle McCool. I thought this was a fun match. It did a good job at sort of letting the crowd take a breather after the Triple H Undertaker match. Now the next match was The Miz versus John Cena. Before the match started, WWE ran two great promos showing off The Miz when he was on WWE, back in the Tough Enough days, and showing also when he was on MTV, which I thought was really cool. And then they followed that up with showing John Cena and how he kind of got his upstart. And I thought those were really great little packages they had put together. And then the match I thought was, about as good as you're going to get out of Miz and John Cena. For John Cena sort of seemed kind of flat. I don't know, maybe he was hurt, or maybe he the moment, maybe he kind of blew himself up a little bit. I don't know, it just sort of seemed kind of slow. I mean, I've seen Miz have some really great matches this year with a couple guys, so I know he can go. I know Cena can go. I've seen him have some good matches before as well, so I don't know, maybe they just sort of got caught up in the moment. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I thought the match overall was a decent match. And then, of course, The Rock came out and made helped The Miz win. He rock bottomed Cena, but then he rock bottomed The Miz afterwards. The crowd, was into The Rock. Everybody loves The Rock, and that was pretty much how Mania ended. Overall, though, I think that Mania was good. I'm really disappointed in a lot of the internet guys out there who are just bashing on WrestleMania this year. I thought that the whole thing, from beginning to end, was a solid WrestleMania. I don't really know what you were expecting out of this WrestleMania. If you went into this WrestleMania thinking you were going to get the greatest WrestleMania of all time, you're crazy. You're not watching the show. If you went into this WrestleMania expecting and hoping for a solid to really good WrestleMania, then great. That's what you got. Overall, I give WrestleMania probably a 7.5 out of 10. I really liked it. Leave your thoughts on WrestleMania in the comments or do a video response. Either way. So yeah, that's it. Later.